One of the most frustrating places to be is being smart enough to be able to see everything that you want and still not being able to make yourself move towards it anytime soon. And listen, I know these crossroads all too well because I used to be me. I could clearly see what I wanted, what direction to go in. But when it came time to make a move, I was completely frozen. And no, I am not talking about the Disney movie. I was stuck. All I could see is me standing in the gap between where I was and being so far away from where I wanted to be. And it seemed impossible to even be able to get there, at least in this lifetime. And the longer I thought about it, the more excuses, oops, I'm sorry, the more reasons, that's what we call it, the more reasons I could think of why this wasn't the right time. I just wasn't ready. And it would just give me all the more pause to continue to prepare on repeat. And friend, if this sounds anything like you, no worries, I got you. We about to get into it. If you are new here, welcome. I'm Letitia, your identity shift coach, and I make videos for you on the daily. So make sure that you're subscribed because we are getting you out of the background and into your main character energy. And I'm not just talking about on your birthdays, okay? We want main character energy all 365, okay? And let's talk about this almost there woman. Okay. I know her very well. I used to be her. Okay. Smart, capable, fully stacked, had it all the way going on. All of them smarts. Okay. Sometimes it can be the very trap that we set ourselves in. Because sometimes it's your intelligence that's holding you up. No, I'm not saying to dumb it down by any means, but one of the things that I'm really good at is perspective. And I can see things from every angle, okay? And then you add in the fact that I can low key be an overthinker. Listen, okay, there is not a stone unturned that I have not looked at as a possibility because I didn't looked at it all. But where that can hold us up is we know exactly all the ways that it can go wrong. And not only do we know the ways, we can count the ways because we know what the bad version is, what happened if it gets worse, and what happens if it gets worser. And I know worser is not a word, but it is definitely a place that we go when we think of everything that can go wrong. Because we are pros at the worst case scenario, okay? So sometimes we just get so caught up because we have analyzed this thing from here to Timbuktu, wherever that is. And we know everything that can go wrong. And we have given so much energy to just how far it can go left that we never spent as much time thinking about how it can go right. So sometimes that big, beautiful brain can be the holdup. And even still, as wonderful as your big, beautiful brain is, sometimes we need to shift the focus that we have so that it's not so much on the negative, but we make it heavy, but we make it heavy on the positive side, okay? Listen, I'm not even going to edit that out. We just going to let that land where it did, okay? You understand what I'm saying. Or maybe you are also like the old version of me who would just love to stay stuck in learning mode. Listen, I am a geek by nature, okay? Let me just be one with my books, and I am a happy camper, okay? And sometimes being in learning mode, we take it too far, okay? We stay in learning mode on repeat instead of learning and implementing, learning and taking action, learning and putting our knowledge to the test. So, for as wonderful as learning is, and as amazing as gaining all the wisdom and the expertise, it is not going to help you much if you're not implementing. And those who are the most successful, they are fast with implementation. So, learning is important. Having a big, beautiful brain is amazing. And I want you to keep exercising it from now until always, okay? And let's also make sure that we are implementing what we are learning and not just learning for the sake of learning. Because listen, if we have to go and visit the graveyard of courses that we have bought and never taken, friend, it could be a sad day. But that's okay because we plan to get to it at some point. You know what I mean? No shame, no shade, and no judgment. Drop me a high five if you're with me, okay? Don't leave me hanging. Don't let me be alone on this one. So, as great as it is to think things through, as great as it is to learn new things, let's make sure that we're not just staying in learning mode permanently because it will not serve us to the best of its capacity if we are not using it to the best of our capacity. Okay? Okay. And I want to spend a little time talking about the gap between where you are and where you want to be, because that gap seems like it is light years away from where you want to be. And even when you show up and even when you make some progress, it still just feels like you aren't even moving, like you are just standing still. And that's not even true. You are making progress, but it can feel like an infinite gap between where you're standing and where you want to be. And the gap can be lonely because when you are in this process of evolving, sometimes it means that you're going to shed. You're going to shed some skin, you're going to shed some people, your relationship dynamics may change, and that can feel really lonely. You know, when you have people that have been around you for a really long time, and because you're evolving in one direction, and they might be still standing still, or they just might be going in their own direction of life and not having that same level of connection that you once had, it can cause you to feel lonely. So, if you are feeling lonely at this point of the journey, just know that that's normal. That's going to happen. Think of yourself like a rocket ship. If you've ever seen a rocket take off, before it actually gets into space, it starts dropping tanks. And that is what happens to us when we are on our own journey of growing and evolving. It's just a part of the process. And in order to welcome in and embrace the new, we have to be willing to shed the old or shed things that have served their purpose. Maybe those relationships, they serve the moments that they were meant to. And those relationships, they have completed their term. So, at any rate, if you are feeling a little lonely, it's normal, it's okay, and you're really not alone. You are just opening up space to make new connections, new friends, to build new relationships. And listen, please don't be up in here singing Drake, no new friends, okay? Talking to my antisocial friends, okay? My introverts that's like, I don't need a body, okay? Listen, it's okay if it gets a little lonely. And that's why we are here right now. You and I are building a relationship, we're building a connection. Make sure that you're subscribed because my goal is to create a community where we are here supporting each other as we go through this journey together. So, subscribe. Make sure that you are dropping comments. There's always an invitation to do that at the end of every episode. So join communities, be an active participant within communities that are sharing common goals that you have. You are just simply creating space to welcome in those new connections. Okay. So it can be lonely, but it's really just an invitation to make some connections. Okay. Okay. And while you're in the gap, you might also start to notice some self judgment creeping in. Our negative self talk loves to chime in because it's recognizing you are in new territory and it's not trying to have it because it doesn't know this new space and already it's decided it's a no. So the self judgment starts to creep in. And if your negative self talk is amplified, it's doing all of the things. It's name calling. It's like, up, give it a day. You'll self sabotage. Up, you can't do it. You have imposter syndrome. Up, you can't do it because you've never done it before. So, really pay attention to your self talk at this time because you might need to change the station, okay? Ain't nobody got time for all that negativity. So just be aware. If you hear those things start to chime in, first of all, there's no name calling. Okay. We do not accept any of that. And let's stop claiming things just because we heard it on somebody's podcast. Okay. Do not claim imposter syndrome. Okay. Why are we owning these things? We don't want them. I don't want it. Somebody else can keep it. I don't want it. So let's be cautious, okay, about what we are claiming. Instead of claiming what we don't want, let's claim what we do want, okay? Let's throw on the labels of what we do want and not just carrying around something because we heard somebody say it and it resonates with us. Just because it resonates with you doesn't mean that you have to own it. It doesn't have to be something that is permanently a part of you. It can be like, oh, you know what? I recognize that. I was feeling that way. That was temporary. How I would like to feel is, and then go from there. But let's stop claiming all of these things that we just don't want no parts of, okay? So, really pay attention to your self talk and not just if it's negative or positive, but just recognize the story that you're telling yourself on repeat. And if it is not one that has you pumped up and ready to jump into action, then friend, it is time to change the station. Okay? Okay. And while we are here, I also want you to really be paying attention to your body because your body is often signaling things to you. And a lot of times we just ignore it because your body is holding tension. When you are in the gap, your nerves is on the edge. You are ready to snap, crackle, and pop at any second. Because you are bracing. You are waiting to see some results. You are waiting to see that anything that you are doing is actually paying off. And that can create a lot of tension in your body. So if you are noticing your stomach seems to be all knotted up, or if you are feeling anxious or super nervous, just notice those things and have a release practice that you can do. And even just have a new way of seeing those feelings and those emotions. Science shows that when your body is nervous, that's the same as excitement. So instead of rolling with the fact that, oh my gosh, I feel so nervous, I would much rather feel excited because that same energy doesn't give me the EBGBs. So, how can you shift? How can you get yourself to a more positive state and not just ruminating in all of the negativity? So be paying attention to what's showing up in your body and if there's things there that really need to be addressed. Because you being in the gap does not have to be this time of doom and gloom. It can be a time of excitement. You can be excited looking forward to what's next for you. Any moment, things can change. Do you know that? Any second, things can change. What if it happens tomorrow? What if tomorrow is the day? And how do you want to feel the day before your big miracle? Because having all of that anxious, nervous energy, that's not exactly calling in what you want. We are magnets. So if you are constantly just feeling nervous and focused in on that, you're calling in more nervous feelings, more reasons to be nervous. So instead, let's go for excitement. Let's go for joy. Let's go for surprise and delight. Those are things that we want to feel in our body. Those are the things that call in exactly what you're hoping and wishing for. So, pay attention to what is going on in your body because it is often giving you signals that can really help to point you in the right direction if you are noticing and being willing to direct them to where you want to go instead of just allowing whatever default showed up to be your permanent truth. Okay? Okay. And also just remember that whatever it is that you are moving in the direction of, whatever dream you have, whether it is your own business, a promotion at work, if it is you've been dating someone and you're hoping that it truly turns into a beautiful long term relationship, whatever it is that your heart is set on having next, recognize that where you are right now, it is new territory. It is you learning this new space. So remember to grant yourself some grace. You are only human. You've probably never been here before, at least at this stage of your life, I mean. And you have to just go easy on yourself a little bit. And now that you know all about being in the gap is really where you do want to be taking action. You really do want to be continuing to move in the direction that you really do want to go in. And this is the place where you are taking your steps. They could be baby steps, they could be bold moves. I do recommend that you plan some bold moves. You shouldn't just be doing nothing but baby steps, okay? We need steps of all the sizes. So make sure that you are working to some bold moves because oftentimes it's going to require you to do something bold, to take a big step or a big leap. But don't be overwhelmed by the bold moves. Don't be overwhelmed by taking a leap. Sometimes it's really just about putting one foot in front of the other. This is where I like to find out who is the ride or die, because some of us, okay, we need to know up front what all is happening here. Okay, like, are we just riding or is there dying involved? Because it really depends on the situation and who it is. It's like, listen, if we're just riding, where are we riding to? Will there be snacks when we get there? We got questions. And the dying part, preferably no, preferably not. So I understand that so many times we want the big picture. We want to know every single step. But, friend, can we just be real for a second? If you knew what the exact plan was, let's just say you were given a plan and it had every day mapped out, every single step identified. You knew every single day from moment to moment, every minute of the day, you knew what you were supposed to be doing. Would you do it? Probably not. You'd probably be in there with your highlighter trying to find all the places that need to be negotiated. We would be in there trying to figure out who is the manager, because there's no way that all of these things are going to happen. That's why we don't need the whole plan, friend. I'm telling you. We'd be so busy trying to renegotiate this deal, it's not even funny. So don't be so caught up on having the whole entire plan, because plans change and you are really ready for whatever comes your way. And even if you get paused or held up a little bit somewhere, it doesn't mean that you will not be able to figure it out. Challenges are going to come up. There's just things that you couldn't plan for, no matter how excellent of a planner you are. Have you ever seen a wedding planner movie? Because they are dealing with all types of variety of situations. They do have the day already mapped out. But what happens when the bride falls apart? What happens when somebody in the wedding party forgot their shoes? Like, there's all types of things that come up. And the best wedding planners, they've had enough experience that they are more prepared for things that tend to go wrong. It doesn't mean that they are not ever surprised. Maybe the best ones in the world, they've seen so much over the years that not much rattles them. But that came from experience. It came from it happening on some bride's day that they had to figure it out, crisis mode, and pull it together. That's you, friend. That's life. We are the ultimate life planners, okay? We handle things when they come up, and that is just what we do. So, don't get so caught up though on having the whole entire plan, because there's still going to be things that come up that you just have to address, and you will. So, don't be so caught up on having the whole plan, but make sure that you are actually taking some steps and moving forward. And make sure that you identify what success looks like to you, because if you don't have an idea of what success is, then you can get caught up measuring yourself up against the wrong thing. I have been making YouTube videos every day. Today is officially day 89. This is my 89th video in a row. Somebody, somebody better clap up in here. Strange, girl. Strange. 89 days? Oh my gosh. 89 days is wild, okay? Wild. But I'm so proud of myself. But let me say, friend, there are still some days where I will put up a video and it will have 0 views for days. Okay. There are times when I put up a video and I'm like, oh my gosh, I love that video. And it'll get a handful of views. And what I had to really recognize is a video is not good based on how many views it gets. How did I feel about the video when I made it? Did I make the video and was I proud of what I put out that day? That to me is what makes a good video. It's not just about the vanity metrics. I'm putting together a whole entire world for the people who need it. And that is what's important to me. I showed up for me and I showed up for you. That is success. It isn't just about how many subscribers I have or who watched a video, or you know what I mean? Like if I was focused only on that, I would probably have quit already. So give yourself your own success markers, not just what the world dictates to you as success. And some days are going to be better. Some days you are going to have all of the pretty bells and whistles and you're getting all the accolades. But regardless of whatever results are happening, you have to know what success means to you. That is what helps you to stay in it, even when you are not seeing the results or the outcome that you're aiming for. So I really, really hope that that has really helped you, friend, because I know it's helping me. Okay. So let me get you a journal prompt. Okay. Okay. What is the one move you have been waiting to feel ready for that you already know you need to make? Okay, friend? You know you need to do it. You are almost close to doing it. So you know you need to do it. So, and I'm going to stretch you a little bit here because I'm your coach and that's what I do, okay? I want to stretch you because you know what that move is. Put it in your calendar this week. I want to see you take a move this week. We are not just gaining knowledge and doing nothing with it. We are not just going to stay in this frozen mode. The best way for you to make the progress that you want to make is by continuing to put in the reps. It requires repetition. It doesn't matter what your goal is. It doesn't matter what it is that you are aiming for. It's going to require consistency from you. It's going to require you putting in the reps regardless of how you feel, regardless of how you might think about it. It's going to require reps. So make sure that you identify what move you got to make and put it in your calendar. Okay, friend? Okay. And then meet me in the comments, friend. You know, we can't ever have a video without meeting in the comments because the conversation continues. So finish this sentence. The one move I have been afraid to make is, friend, I need you to tell me what this move is that has been having you hemmed up in the corner, afraid to make it. Because together we are going to acknowledge that said move is not as scary as we think it is. And even if you feel like it is just that scary, sometimes just having someone there to shine a light on it with you makes all the difference in the world. We often do not realize that the things that we allow to lie dormant in the shadows, they seem really big when they're hiding back there and lingering. But when you shine a light on it, suddenly it's not so big and scary. So you are not in this alone, friends. I hope you have loved today's video just as much as I've loved making it for you. And as you know, I love myself so much, I don't play about me. And if you hang out with me long enough, you will love yourself so much, you won't play about you either. Okay, friend? I can't wait to hear from you. So drop me the comment. Okay. Don't forget, don't just sneak up out of here and not drop me my comment. Okay. Because I'm looking out for it. Okay. I love you so much. And I will see you in the next video tomorrow.